Alright, so it's a nice looking day, but there's a chill in the air, which is why I have my sweater on, and I don't have money. So, I brought some salad with me, but I wanted to talk about some important topics. Look at that. This fucking retarded ass kid and his fucking dumb ass retarded dad, they were standing there the whole time. As soon as I started talking. So anyway, I brought salad with me, and it looks very nice. It's previously mixed. And I want to talk about one topic with 2 points because they're really important. So I came out here to give it another go at singing or recording. But my lyrics won't work. Without Wi-Fi, so I have to go back home. And in that place where more pieces of shit, nasty trash retards still go out of their way to purposefully make noise and interrupt me, so then I don't feel like doing it there. So that's great. And they haven't slowed down. I'm about to have nowhere to live. As far as I think I left my fork in this store. But as far as June 30th, I won't have anywhere to live, and they know that. They all know that, and I'm just shocked. And you know what? I'm so sick of sounding like my mom, because my mom would tell me all the time, whenever she'd get upset about something, she'd always say that she was really shocked and pissed off because she never would have did that to her mom, or she never did that to her siblings. And now I just sound like her all the time because I've already expressed how disgusted I am. But so my topic is health. Health is my topic for this video. Today is the 26th of May, 2025, and I want to talk about 2 points. 1 point is how important meat is for the vegans out there. Meat gives the body protein and iron. Iron allows your body to convert and to move around oxygen throughout the body. So if you have low iron, that's why you're dizzy. That's why all that stuff. Why am I making this video? Because like I said, the hospitals, they refuse to help or do anything. You're asking them a blatant question, they refuse to answer it. They said you have to get a primary doctor, where that doctor will only see you if you have a way to pay them. Not $20 in the hundreds. Some doctors are in the thousands. So here I am. Now, since YouTube is getting paid, my videos, I wouldn't be surprised if my videos were branded as some crazy woman, another crazy woman rambling, because that's what they do to women. That's what they do to anyone that doesn't go along with their stuff. They just talk shit, tell lies, and suppress women. You know, because that woman is trying to do it for free, right? That's the one thing you can't do. That's the one thing you can't do for free. So, I'm speaking about it because yesterday I was like, again, in the middle of a medical emergency. I'm on my period, but this is a different type of period. My last period was short, basically because I had a allergic reaction, and I was also malnourished. So my period was very short. So this is like everything turning back on. So this period was painful. And this period, just this morning, like last night, I felt I was so dizzy and I was literally about to pass out. I was dizzy. And when I decided to rush to this currency exchange so I can put money on my card so I can pay for my own way to get to the emergency room, because the ambulances are refusing to pick me up, because how dare I be trying to, this is quoted, this is what they said, how dare I be trying to get a free ride to the hospital to save my life. I don't care like that. But also know that ambulance bill, if they say no, if I go to the emergency room and they put on some sort of record that there's nothing wrong with me or whatever, I forgot, but there's a way how they can send me a bill. So so I'm like, it's cheaper for me to just pay for my own ride there, and I don't give myself bullshit. So anyway, I was dizzy. I started eating an apple for sugar, because I thought maybe my blood pressure was low. I mean, my blood sugars were low, but I was like, that makes no sense because I've been eating. So that makes absolutely no sense. So I was like, no, my blood sugar's not low. I just ate. And I've been eating primarily salads because they've been on sale at this store. So I'm like, whatever. And of course I've been eating less meat, right? Everybody wants to lose weight for summer. So yeah. The crazy thing is, I thought about it like 2 days before. I've been thinking about it for the last 2 days, how I've been eating less meat. But I said, I'm going with sickos have been, saying about me, I'm fat. I should be fine, right? So I was like, whatever. Well, not whatever. I ate my apple and I was like, why am I not feeling better? I felt a little bit better, but it wasn't enough. And I was like, what the heck is going on? So, with my discouragement from having the hospital look me in my face, tell me that I'm wasting their time by coming to the hospital. This is St. Francis Hospital in Skokie, Illinois. I live in Chicago, right across the line from them. And, yeah. They, So with me being discouraged, but still not wanting to die, I was like thinking of and then I was like, well, yeah, maybe I'm on my period. So I ate some meat, and after I ate meat, that's when I felt better. And then this morning, I guess that's what my body was dealing with last night, because this morning my body just of course I got a contraction, and I was like, because contractions hurt. And guess what came out? I was like, this one is more painful than normal. The biggest blood clot that I've ever seen come out of my body came out. It was a 2-part blood clot. So I actually examined it because I wanted to see what the heck is this? So of course it was my lining from my uterus, because I'm on my period. So my lining was there. That was normal. It was surrounded by multiple small blood clots. And then the newer blood clot, you can tell it was fresher and new because it was a light red as opposed to dark red, which means that there's still life in it, So a newer huge blood clot, a whole bunch of blood came with it, and then I had this micro contraction, and a small trail of blood clot came after that a couple minutes later. So clearly that's what my body was dealing with. And then for the last couple days before then, I was cold. I had this cold feeling moving throughout my body, and I think that's what it was, because I saw this medical thing one time, and they were talking about if you feel cold in your body, that's a blood clot, and it's cold because the blood can't move because the blood clot is blocking it. So that's just a little fun thing to know, and now you got the information from me, so that's great. And since that came out, my vagina has been feeling tight. It's been feeling cold. Doctors, they're supposed to be doctors. That's how I know that they're not really doctors. They're like, it's fine. I'm sure it's normal. And I'm like, it's not normal. I know my body. I'm the owner of my body. One thing they tell doctors is that when the patient is alive, to tell you what exactly they're feeling, what's wrong, and where the pain is. The patient being conscious is the best thing you can ask for, because they will tell you everything that you need to know. They can, if they know, they can tell you their blood type. They can tell you where the pain is. They can tell you how it feels. They can tell you everything and help speed things along, helping their lives be saved. But these guys, they don't give a flying fuck. I'm telling them where the pain is, what it feels like. I'm telling them everything that they need to know, that they should need to know as doctors, so that when they know where to look, they know what the hell is going on. Nothing. But anyway, last couple days, the cold's been traveling, my vagina's been tight, and so yeah, Today I'm less dizzy because I've been eating meat, and I found this can of tuna that actually I was saving because, like I said, I'm like trying to prepare myself as much as possible because I already signed the papers like I'm going to be homeless as of June 30th. So I'm like, let me save it. Well, I finally ate it because I was like, I need meat. I don't have any more. Snap either. So, yeah. So anyway, but anyway, eating meat, that's what finally made me feel better. I didn't know how my moisture was doing, but if you're thinking to yourself, when was the last time I had water? Drink some damn water, or at least chew on some ice. At 7-Eleven here in Chicago, up the street from where I live, they're doing the $1 large drinks. You don't have to get sodas. Or anything like that. This is a large water. And for electrolytes, I literally put a splash. Not a half a cup, not a quarter of a cup. I pressed the button, a load came out, and then I filled the rest up with water, and then to the top I still filled all the way to the top with ice. So yeah, okay. So meat is important, staying hydrated is important. If you're thinking when was the last time I drank water, drink water. If you're thinking when was the last time I had a piece of citrus, have some damn citrus. If you're thinking or you're feeling dizzy, but you know you just had dinner, or you've been eating very well and there's no reason, but then you remember, think of what have you been eating the least of. And if you're a woman, it's probably going to be meat, honestly. Because, we're taught in the world that meat is very fattening and stuff like that. So it's probably going to be meat. It was me, and meat was my issue this time. And I ate meat and I feel so much better. So, when I pause, it's because people are talking too loud and they're too damn close to me. My second point is, speaking of being hydrated, I'm ruined my second point. My second point is to stay hydrated and how important minerals are. What are minerals? Minerals are from citrus, and minerals include calcium, which are very important. Also, as I said from before with my point on meat, iron is important. I don't have it with me, but there's this electrolyte drink, and I don't even want to talk about them. I don't even want to say their name, because I know when I talk about them and I say their name, the price of this product is going to shoot up. It's going to be unbelievably high, and right now it's very affordable, and it literally is a life-saving thing. So I don't even want to talk about it, because I know as soon as I talk about it, the price is going to go from, it went from 99 cents to $1.09 a bottle, literally the week after I bought my first bottle or my second bottle. And once I make a video about it, it's going to shoot up to $10 a bottle, which is not affordable. It's not accessible for people to just get. So, damn it. But, that's the company's choice, right? That's the managers, that's the supervisors, that's the seller's choice to take something that could save someone's life, and their choice to bring it from affordable and making sales to unobtainable and getting rare sales. So I'm learning in my life that I shouldn't put the weight of everyone's decisions and everything on my shoulders, because I'm not doing it. and I didn't do it. So don't put the weight of the world on your shoulders. Other people being pieces of shit, it's not your responsibility to mold to how they want you to be, so that way they will do the right thing, do what they know is the right thing to do. But yeah, so I'll talk about it when I can find it. So I'll talk about it. It'll be in the description, because I don't have it with me. It's an electrolyte drink, and in that bottle there's iron in it. There is calcium. I think there's magnesium in there for sure. There's magnesium. Just all of the minerals, the vital life-saving minerals are in there, and water, of course. And it's just really good. That helped to sustain my life. And before I fully end up in this situation, I have to make sure that I have to make sure I get a couple bottles before I end up in this situation, so I can make sure I'm good enough, right, for the situation. Because I know I'm gonna go to these places, and I know they're not gonna give a damn. I'm telling them that I have like glucose issues, which I do. Like my mom was a diabetic, and you can look it up. Like people that are diabetics, like their children usually have problems with their glucose. Like just like me right now, like they can't be hungry, else they get like really sick. Like their bodies are just really sensitive to being like hungry and stuff like that. Just almost an instant reaction, instant negative reaction. Like things go from normal, feeling fine, to shaking and oh my gosh, I'm about to die. And someone would get used to it to like say it casually like that, but death, for that to mean nothing, like joke would have to be like death would have to be a joke to you. So yeah. So water is important. Electrolytes are important. Um, this shit's just crazy, pretty much. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on those 2 points. Give helpful commands. And I guess like some would say like a spread the word thing, because people don't know it. They don't tell you in hospitals, and you shouldn't have to pay over $1,000 to get that information. You shouldn't have to pay over $1,000 to get that information. Like, why is that something you're keeping a secret and you're calling yourself a professional, a medical professional? Like, it doesn't make sense. And that's fine in this way. If you don't want to tell people, at least you don't have to tell me, but give it to me. Like I came in there, I'm sick, and you can at least give me it. Hey, we're gonna give you this IV. Hey, we're gonna give you this thing. You're gonna feel so much better, and that way you don't have to tell them anything, but you're still giving them the same electrolytes. You're still giving them iron and stuff like that. No, I went there. They didn't even want to put the fucking heart monitor on me, And even with the heart monitor, I'm like, I don't need a heart monitor so you can fucking watch my heart fucking rate go down. So anyway, those are my 2 points. That's what I'm talking about. Eat your vegetables. Drink your water. And eat meat because it's life-saving and it's important.